What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day, and I'm bringing you something sweet. This, my friends, is the Condor Game Surgeon. It's got a very nice little sheath, and it holds itself in just by, it's a friction holder is what it's called, so it holds itself in just by friction. So in all, when it's pushed in, you can see that I'm not squeezing onto the blade. It should be able to hold itself upside down. However, if you jog it around enough, it's going to loosen. That's Reveille. I need to turn and salute. Please hold. So the knife overall is about 7¼ inches. The blade is, I believe, I want to say 3¼ is what it is. And it is one fine skinning blade. It's got this coating on it. It's like Tough Black 2 or something like that. It's got this crazy name on the blade coating, and it's like a military coating, and it keeps the blade in pristine condition no matter what you're going through. Now, is it sharp? Let's just take a look right here. Well, I'd say that makes it sharp. This thing isn't just sharp, it is freaking razor sharp. It is a hollow grind. It's got a 3-step grip for 3 different grip points. You have your thumb right here, you have your skin and finger grip, and if you really need to get a little pinch on the tip, you can if you have big enough hands. But this guy right here is really what's made to hold that finger when you're doing some skinning. The knife is made, I believe, in El Salvador, and it's a 420 stainless high carbon. And let me tell you something, man. Condor makes some great knives. I'm going to be bringing you guys probably one of the best camp knives on the planet, and it's a Condor. And I'll tell you what, I just love what they do. Their simplistic handle designs are an absolute favorite of mine. I love how simple this is. Now, what separates it, got a jet above, what separates this thing, from a lot that are in this shape where you're going to lose a lot in the grip because they're just not big enough, is the absolute girth. Now, it's a straight shot. There's no fancy shapes inside the handle, which would help with grip if it, if you had a flare out at the end or whatever. But it's cut thick enough to where when you put your thumb on it, when you put your finger on it, it's not going to be too much in the hand, and it's not going to be not enough. This thing has a great fit in the hand. I freaking love it. I don't keep this as a skinner. I keep this as a working knife. I cut through a lot of crap with it, and a lot of crap gets cut. This thing has not slowed down at any point as long as I've been using it. The fit and finish, I mean, I can look around this thing, but guys, it is flawless. It is just a beautiful Condor knife, and it works. This thing is freaking fantastic. So let's go over some of the edging abilities and see exactly how sharp this thing is. First things first, gotta wash it off, so let's get it wet. It is just sharp. Now, normally when a bottle goes flying, it's because the blade is sharp, but not sharp enough, and it'll push it, not just slice it. This one sliced through, and I was so close to it that I hit it with my knuckle as I passed, and that's why the bottle went flying. Not any fault of that edge, because that edge has no faults. Let's keep going. All right, so here we are at the stump. Let me grab some of this plastic here. This is some of that, what do you call it, vacuum cleaner hose that I was using. It is just, I'm pretty sure you guys can see that, right? Watch this. Watch this. It's so freaking sharp. You see that? How easily that goes through, and that's a hard plastic rubber. Black ant dead. this knife is so freaking sharp that it's gonna slice through just about freaking anything. Speaking of anything, I got some anything right here. So we got some good cordage, and it literally breezes through. You can see how thick it is. So now let's go 2 pieces, and it's just gonna cruise right through. If I go slow, it's because of user error, not because of this knife, I'll tell you that. So now let's go through an entire rope. And it is just sharp, freaking sharp. The knife is very easy to control. It's very easy to handle, and it's very comfortable to use. If I was going to be using it as a skinner, pick up some of this, and I want to do my drop finger here, it just slices. That didn't show you much, but I'll tell you what. Let me just come down on this, and I'm slicing across the strings. I hope you can actually pick that up, but it's just so nice of a cutter and so nice of a skinner. There's not much skin on the planet that this thing's not going to go through. I mean, you can probably go through gator back with this thing. It is freaking sharp. And the next time you got a T-Rex coming at you, shop, this thing is gonna get the freaking job done. Now let's go over balance. We're gonna drop it and really drop it. We're gonna drop it and see if the handle is gonna carry over the blade. So let's check that out real quick. And I'll tell you what, you can see that lean. Your check is heavily toward the rear. But then the freaking thing will surprise you. So let's check the scales by giving it a few tosses. Oh man, I got some good bite in there. And I'll tell you what, when I'm throwing this thing, that rear weight is so heavy. As it's coming down, it's rolling, so I have to throw it flat. Look at how straight that is. Look at this, man. Oh, that's in there. So basically, what I'm hoping is that the shock is going to loosen the scales, or we're hoping it's not going to. But on a lesser knife, shock loosens scales, right? So let's holy moly, it is so fine, so fine. This thing is an absolute shredder. It's a shredder. I'm trying to go soft, because if I go too hard, that's what happens. I go too far in, and that defeats the purpose. So let's see here we got here. Let's see if I can keep it from falling off. There we go. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Easy money. So so let's see. Bam. That's just sweet. Let's do a couple little notches if I can try not to go all the way through. This thing is so sharp, it literally just wants to cruise right on through. Let's do a little Lincoln log notch. All right, let's see. And you guys who build fires, or you guys who build living structures, you understand the importance of a good Lincoln log notch here. If you're building shelters or even rafts and canoes, you know how important it is to have a knife that can easily do this. And I know that's just a little piece of shit wood, but it can do it in any wood, really. This thing is just badass as far as sharp freaking skinner is concerned. I'm trying to think of what I can really do here. You know, I'm gonna do something that I guarantee the people at Condor are gonna probably see this one day. If somebody's gonna say, hey, you know, there's some asshole on YouTube testing our knives, and he's batoning with our skinner. Well, sorry, Condor, but it's got to be done. Let's see what we got here. So if I need to make kindling and all I have is a freaking skinner, golly, that was actually kind of nice, guys. Not gonna lie there, that was pretty freaking sweet. All right, so let's check out this edge. Let's look at all the defects and all of the problems this edge, there is no defects or problems. This edge is wonderful. Now this is a hollow grind, so hollow grind, you know, is not made to chop. It's not made to baton. You can knock a freaking hole, an eye hole, into a hollow grind by banging on it. It's just not what it's made for. Let's get the thicker part of this, and since we know it's not what it's made for, well, that just tells me we want to do it. All right, so let's see. Any warps, any imbalance, any delamination, anything wrong? This edge is crazy fine. This is freaking Condor. That's why. This blade is stir wrong. But does stir wrong mean stir right when it flies through the air? Let's go find out together. All right, so by now you guys know that I am crazy easily distracted. Well, got this soccer ball here, so let's see if we can make some short work of this. Now this is a leather ball, and I actually have you right now held up in my shoe, so I don't have the best angle, but check this out, man. Just searing. Now you're talking about, this is a leather ball. If you're talking about skinning an animal, I don't know if you checked, but last time I checked, an animal is pretty much what a soccer ball is made from. And look at this. I mean, am I even getting you in there? You're on my foot, so I can't really see. I'm behind you. But holy crap. This thing, I just made Pac-Man out of this freaking soccer ball. Freaking sharp. You want skinning? That, my friends, is skinning. Okie dokie. So I threw the, what was it? The Schrade Old Timer Skinner, right? The Schrade version of this guy right here. I threw it and I snapped off the tip. Made it a little better with a broken tip, but I broke it just by doing what I'm about to do. I have great confidence that this knife is not going to perform as badly as that Schrade. Let's check it out. Now, I've never thrown this before, so winging this at 5 yards is going to be a trick. It's really weirdly weighted. I'm going to get it. I swear I'm going to get it. Why? Because I'm Donnie freaking B all day. Yeah. All right. So I went from a handle grip, throwing it this way and trying to let it fly with a long twist, to I held it by the blade, held it by the end, and I threw it a little bit harder and gave it that fast twist. And well, that's all it took, and that's all she wrote. I got sap all over me. That's all she wrote right there. That thing was pretty badass to throw, actually. That was kind of cool. So I don't know, man. This Condor is pretty freaking badass. Let's go put it on the rack. So here we have it, guys. The Condor Game Surgeon. And I'll tell you what, after decimating that soccer ball and that hard leather, I don't doubt in any freaking possible way that this thing is a game surgeon. It is absolutely sweet. If you are a bird man, if you like hunting turkey or goose or quail or pheasant or pterodactyl, I don't care what kind of bird you hunt, if you want the perfect bird knife, man, this Condor, I mean, shit, it's even named after a bird, guys. This is fan-freaking-tastic. Remember that just because it says stainless steel doesn't mean it's stainless. This thing is high carbon and wonderfully built. It's got a great heat treat. It's tempered very, very well, so make sure you take care of your blade. If you're going to buy one of these, all you got to do is dry it off when you're done. It'll last you a freaking lifetime. This thing is sweet. It's just beautiful too. The shape of that blade is just gorgeous. It absolutely screams Condor all day, every day. Speaking of all day, every day, same goes with me. I am all day, every day, Donnie B all day. And until next knife.